Okay, this review has been requested a lot after I did my Hurache breakdown video a while back. And if you haven't watched that video yet, you should definitely check it out as I go into a lot of detail with the 11six24 and all of their paddles. But this one here is the Hurache-X Control in 14mm. So this is the same as the previous Kevlar paddle 11six24 dropped a while back, but with a thinner core. And there really aren't a lot of 14mm paddles with Kevlar faces, so this is definitely a paddle worth talking about. But before we dive in, I wanted to let you know 11six24 is letting me give one of these away for free. So be sure to stick around until the end of the video to see how to enter. But go ahead and click the subscribe button if you want to get a head start. Okay, now let's talk specs. It looks like 11six24 has the same specs listed for the 14 and 16mm versions on their site, which appear to have changed a little since my previous review. So the 14mm has the same raw Toray T700 carbon fiber surface blended with Kevlar. It's got an elongated shape with an arrow curve. It's thermoform unibody with edge foam. It has a polypropylene core, and once again, this is the 14mm. The dimensions are 16.5 by 7.5 inches. The grip length is 6 inches. The grip circumference is 4.125 inches. The average weight is 8 to 8.3 ounces. And the advertised swing weight is 115 to 118. The advertised twist weight is 6.15. And it does include that really nice paddle cover. And it has a 180-day manufacturing defects warranty, a 30-day return window, and the price is $140 after you use promo code MatthewK to knock off $10. Okay, to really summarize things, the 14mm plays a lot like the 16mm version, with the biggest difference being a decrease in pop, in my opinion. And specifically, I mean it's easier to keep the ball down in the short game with the 14mm compared to the 16mm, way fewer pop-ups up at the kitchen. In fact, this version was so different in that department to me than the 16mm, I didn't feel there was a need to add tungsten. It played great right out of the box for me. The one downside to the 14mm was that its hits just feel less solid to me. The ball doesn't sink in as much, and the feedback is a little harsher compared to the 16mm, if that makes sense. But it doesn't play worse, it just feels different. That being said, a lot of 14mm paddles feel that way to me, so if you're used to that, it probably won't be an issue. As for power, I think it's super comparable to my weighted down 16mm version, in my opinion. So for soft hitters like me that don't have big swings, it's got plenty of juice. And I really had no issue controlling the 14mm. The surface had great grab and placement. I didn't notice any issues with spin, and I didn't walk away thinking there was much difference between how this surface played compared to the 16mm version, other than its hits feeling a little less secure when you connect with the ball. But I think that has more to do with the thinner core than the surface. So who's this for? Well, it's for anyone who loves 14mm paddles and how they feel, someone who still wants a Kevlar paddle with massive power but more controllable pop than the 16mm version, and then a player that wants that extended handle for two-handers but also have maybe a tad bit faster hand speed at the kitchen than what the 16mm version allows. Okay, that's all I've got. 11six24 is still killing it with their paddles in my opinion, and if you're looking for a 14mm paddle with a Kevlar surface, there really aren't too many options, so this one is definitely worth checking out. As for the giveaway, all you need to do is like this video, subscribe, comment why you want this paddle, and then fill out the Google form in the description so I have a way to contact you if you win. That's it. The raffle will be in about a month, so be on the lookout for an email. Good luck! And if you want to pick one of these up right away, I'll be sure to leave a link in the description for 11six24's site. And don't forget to use promo code MatthewK for that $10 discount. I'll also leave some links and codes for some other cool paddles and paddle companies. Be sure to check those out. Using those does help me and helps the channel, so it's always appreciated. And please like and subscribe, that helps me too. But most importantly, I hope you get to pickle soon, and just don't forget, it's about having fun.